I'm not sure I'm not sure how to act it or tell it in the way that maybe Willie could pick up on it, but because he wants to say this in a way that he's sort of guessing himself, but he's going to say it like he's actually sure about it. Which is that, and I know, and and Zag has national security connections before that's what the whole cult was about in the first place. He's like that was I don't see I don't think he'd call it, I don't think Lee would call it the cult. He would actually call it the organization. He's like that's what Zag's organization was always about. It was always it was always a front for Zag's working with national security. That's what he'll say. But he's actually sort of guessing there.
Right. But yeah, okay. So I have definitely found out a lot there, but so far away from any business about what on earth, why do they let this serial killer guy running around doing this? And then I will benefit from my role, perhaps, if it's okay with you.
Oh yeah.
Which
is,
of
course, yeah.
1 + 1 + 1 3. That was an easy one, and then I put in the multiplier of the exponent, squared, as I suddenly say, and that's why he has a psycho serial killer who's been shadowing him, and on his side this whole time during the whole thing. I'm like, shoot, I have, it's like I'm paranoid enough to think in terms of CIA assassin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So paranoid on pills, and I'm like, visions of everything you ever saw in a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the somewhat more realistic historical version of this is not kind of in Willie's.
No, and we're in like a heightened realm of
Frank Miller is involved here.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I've got a story about that to come back to after, but
okay, this is great, and not to. Okay, you look like you're about to say something.
No. I think then so he likes this. He likes the way this conversation went is also the other thing. And this actually bonded you together. So I think this wasn't like Willie's goal necessarily in kind of getting Lee to open up to him a little more. But now Lee is like, likes the way Willie has responded with interest and kind of sees he seems like you kind of are getting him. And he now you're off his shit list. Like he's now knows he's got the right man for the job. He's
so if he gives any indication of that, I will be looking kind of off into the middle distance with a look of, round eyeballed, great.
He doesn't pick up on that.
No,
that's
how I'm feeling though. Is just good.
He'll even clasp your shoulder. He's gonna
I was afraid of that. Yes,
massage your shoulder.
I was very afraid of exactly that gesture. Oh no!
So he's like, and then he's like, okay, I don't think we don't need to break it to W like in the hard way, but you know what to do. You take charge. This is your project now, Willie.
Yeah, and I'm looking at all these guns and knives and merc this and paramilitary that and special edition from the our man in the jungles of Nicaragua, his take on the modern day,
Yeah.
So, oh God. Special Eric Prince edition.
Yeah. All that
all that. Yeah.
I'm now like I'm now like made myself a
No,
little,
I'm disgusted.
I'm now like creep myself out. Thanks myself. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that to me. It was my own fault. Anyways.
I've got very little. I'm going to peruse for. I love rolling dice. I'm going to peruse just a sec, even though we're a little limited here.
No, take your time.
Try not to.
No, don't worry about it.
Man, okay. I don't even want to know. I'm done. I don't want to know more. Right now, I'm just feeling like I'm safer and safer and safer. But
I will
worse and worse and worse, right? So that's my thing. Willie is like, the safer I get, the worse it gets.
Yeah. You're very safe from them right now.
I know, but it's real bad.
And just to, I think we're on the same page here. I think you get this, but I'll just kind of clarify or reiterate for my benefit that kind of snapping into place that like that's who Julian Dunn is, like that counts as part of the figuring it out. Like
I get that.
That is pieced into place, and you're kind of seeing the whole thing, and maybe motives are still a little weird or odd, but the pieces are all there.
Got it. Then there's no way there's like exposure or whatever. I mean, it's in the sense that, I'm no Robert Redford who's going to go and expose this to the Washington Post or anything like that. I'm no intrepid dude who's going to bring the truth to the people. I'm not any of those things.
You figured a lot of it out, but yeah,
I'm telling you that the safer I get, the worse it gets, and I am now. It's like I can't stay here. Zag is no fool. Zag, I mean, he's not an idiot like fat face paramilitary boy here.
Yeah,
he's, I mean, I'm sorry for Lena, but if she buys all this shit, I mean, there's nothing I can do. And it is time to lay the hammer down. I swore or hoped I would never have to see her or talk to her or deal with bloody Jezebel ever again. But it's time.
He seems to maybe be the one person who has power outside of regular channels who can kind of
exactly it. It's like, this is if I'm going to be in this, I just keep getting swept out further and further and further, and that means I need somebody. I mean, I know only one person who can be, who's out here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Let's go to Sam. I guess so.
So Gratitude leaves the hotel and she's trying to keep it together. And it is nighttime. Okay, so it's nighttime. She's trying to keep it together. This neighborhood there's like people out at night, but it's not like it's not like being in a city where there's like people out doing good, stuff. Really, it's a little bit sketchier. So you do notice that as you start walking down the street, I think you pick up on that. You think someone's following you. Has someone from who had been like hanging out around the hotel is kind of following you, and you probably are gonna at least try to catch them out of the corner of your eye, and it is the female twin.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
She likes you.
Okay. Yeah, this is horrible.
And she's sort of like not, she's keeping her distance at this point, but she's following you, and she's not making a scene. There's still like people around. Like, again, they're not like, I guess to use, like, if we're, I don't know if you've ever read like the Burke novels, the Andrew Vox Burke novels, but like these aren't citizens out and about.
Everybody who's out and about is out to keep theirs, is going to mind their own business.
Yeah. But there are people out, so that's so that might be holding her back a little bit from kind of.
I do like the idea is I
just
emptied a revolver into a guy in this hotel. Strangely, nobody in this hotel is raising a hue and cry, and I have heard no sirens.
That's true.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah. I think that Gratitude is going to try to kind of tactically walk, like from group of people, from populated area to populated area as long as she can. She's got the knife and she's got the knife and she's just trying to keep herself in the line of sight.
I mean, just so you can walk to like a neighborhood that's like closer to like the university where there's like more police.
Yeah. That's what she's trying to do, is walking tactically to like towards more and more populated areas. That's her whole kind of goal. Yeah.
Okay, so let's roll to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 dice.
Okay. And I don't think I have a trait here.
Let me see.
No.
Rich Robber. No, doesn't look like it.
But I have 4 pool dice, which I will spend all of. So.
It's riding
6 dice.
All right, I see a 1.
Okay,
I see 2 ones. My luck is.
So,
really...
do you want to narrate this?
That's the problem, right? You're using up ones for later, though, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Just to play with, which of course is fun with innumeracy, but
right.
So you you manage to keep her at bay by sticking around people, and I'll say this is more than you asked for, but I think it's fair given the night she's had overall, which is that by the time you get to like the university area where there are like more citizens out and people, you manage to lose her for the moment, and you find yourself like having to you find yourself sort of having to like not sort of not get too close to these citizens because they all kind of sort of start staring at you or whatever, and are going to maybe start being able to talk about having seen you. You're sort of memorable.
Yeah.
So once you realize that, like, oh, wait a second, these people are safer and they might remember me because they're not.
These people would talk about me.
Now I've got to like hide in the shadows, and so you end up like in this nicer neighborhood, but now like sort of skulking out and hidden, able, but at least having some freedom to like make some moves about what your next steps are, and having at least for now like thrown the twins off your track.
All right, amazing. Yeah, are we wrapping up here? Or...
I think so. I think I probably should.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
It was good. Well, thanks, guys. This has been fun. It's always
great. This was fun.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
All right.
So we'll pick up with Gratitude actually having some space to maneuver, and
Willie's making a choice. He's got to get out of this place. He's
Bloody Jezebel. Yes,
That's the only way.
So Bloody Jezebel. I actually have a good idea. I thought about her from the beginning, so I'm excited to see her. I'm super excited to see her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was worried. I was like, Ron, are we ever going to see her?
Mm-hmm.
But Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it's like I say, it's the only thing. I mean,
I know.
I'm like, well, I'm safe
Perfect.
here, surrounded by. So, good night,
Yeah,
everybody.
very
All right, guys.
good.
Have a good
See you
night.
guys.